Hello YouTube, Laskeri here, and I know that I haven't posted anything for a while, and I apologize. I've just been incredibly busy with real life stuff, and I also have been kind of nervous about actually posting things, since I haven't posted things for a while and I feel guilty about that. It's kind of a vicious cycle in that regard, but anyways, today, as well as this being a channel update, I want to just play a little bit of Risk of Rain, which is, if you haven't heard of it before, it's a platformer roguelike game where it's a platformer where you have to defeat enemies and get to the goal and survive the levels, but you also, as time goes by, the game gets more difficult. Now, I'm not very good at it, so I hope you excuse any noobishness in that regard. And, yeah, so other than actually talking about the game, I will probably go over some things, like where I want to go with the channel and stuff like that. I don't know if it'll be permanent, if I'm going to stay back, but I do want to do this. So, anyways, the character I'm going to be playing as is Bandit, so if you see the description of the character over there, his basic attack is Blast, which the faster you press the attack key, the faster he shoots. Dynamite Toss is just a basic ranged attack that does higher damage than a normal one, but it has a slightly high cooldown. I think it's like 7 seconds. Smoke Bomb has a long cooldown, but it basically allows you to escape from danger, and as well as line up more powerful attacks if you are able to position yourself right. And Lights Out is basically the Bandit's main mechanic is using Lights Out to reload his skills, so you can keep using Dynamite Toss and Lights Out if you use it right, if you use Lights Out right, which is definitely a cool mechanic. I only have Commando, which is the character you start with, Enforcer, which is after you beat the first 3 bosses, and then I got Bandit, obviously, and then Engineer. You have to buy 40 drones in-game, not at the same time, just like over time. And then I have Acrid, who, in one of the levels you can find a shed that if you interact with it, Acrid comes out as a boss, and you have to fight him there. So yeah. Anyways, I will be playing as Bandit, and let's get started. So, Z is your basic attack, X is the secondary, C is the third attack, and B is the last attack on the bar. And those guys are Lemurians, but they're not very deadly unless they're in groups, and they overwhelm me. These things are basically... Ooh, that's a nice reward for the very first one. Yeah. The rewards the things that you have to have a chance of getting a reward, you don't always get the reward from those things up there. You can only always get a reward from the chests, and if you do it right, you can also get them from the imp statues. The imp statues are... The imps that you summon from the statues only have like 5 health, I think, but they are fairly quick, so you have to... They run away from you, so you have to be quick with your wits, and I don't remember what that is called, but if you get close to them, they fire a line of energy at you. And those are jellyfish of some variety. They speed up after a certain period of time. And this is a drone, and as I said, there's the chests that always give you an item. And just now we can deal bleeding damage. Those are the stone golems. And they do a lot of damage, but their attacks are incredibly telegraphed. So yeah. I think I will try to stop talking about the game and say, I did say that this was going to be a channel update, So yes, where have I been? I'm not sure how long it is, but I know it's been quite a while. Well, for one, I've been doing college stuff, which it's definitely a handful. I'll give it that. So with other than schoolwork, I just have been feeling kind of about doing the whole YouTube thing. Even though it's something that interests me, it's always hard to balance doing things that I need to do with doing things that interest me, and if I don't do the things that interest me, I end up feeling the worse off for it. Yes, that item is actually pretty helpful because the rockets target any enemy on the field, even ones that are far away. So that would be helpful for later on in the stage. I think I'll get the drone instead of trying for the item. See, yeah, the rockets will fire it. They home into any enemy. This is just the basic drone that does the, just a normal bullet attack. So, yes. I probably should focus on getting to the goal rather than leveling up, because, as I said before, for the longer you stay in the game, the harder the enemies become, the more spawn and stuff like that. So overall, it's best. I don't know exactly all the strategies to the game yet, but from what I've basically through trial and error I've learned is racing towards the goal is actually not that bad of a strategy, because you might only get a few level ups here and there, but it's also you're less likely to you do get level ups from the because once you reach the goal, you have to survive 90 seconds, and the enemies that come will obviously give you experience points and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that the goal is somewhere over here. And now we can jump on enemies and deal damage to them. It's probably upstairs, yes. So yeah. Other than so yeah, there it is. So, like, getting started with a lot of things in life, as well as this should be interesting. Yeah, I'm not catching so well. Yeah, well, that was a fairly bad run. I guess we'll try it on as said, to try it on the drizzle difficulty, which is the lower difficulty. I just wanted to give it a shot. Oops. Return to menu. Quit and return to menu. Single player, play. Oh, I did it on normal again. Sorry for the technical difficulties. So yeah, Rainstorm is, as it says, the way the game is meant to be played, but I'm far too much of a noob for that. I fare much better on the drizzle difficulty, even if it's not the way the game is meant to be played. Ooh, oh, I have not seen that before, but that is a Gurren Lagann reference, actually. I vaguely remember hearing about there being a Gurren Lagann reference in one of the items, but that's pretty cool. The piercing through the enemies is actually useful, because when enemies line up in a row, like, Bandit doesn't really have any easy way of getting through them, and that thing up there is the imp statue, so let's see. Also, the one thing about the smokescreen ability is that it does make you run slightly faster. So that's, if you see me using it just as when I'm not in combat, that's why. I had like one shot worth of health left, so it wasn't worth just leaving them. And yes, the statues don't always give you items. Falling is actually something that doesn't really hurt you that much. Like, if you fall like a lot, it'll hurt you like at most I've seen it do like 80 points of damage, but other than that, it doesn't do very much. So falling is probably the least of your worries in this game. Like if you fall in one of the levels that has no bottom, oh that's an easy end of stage. Which is a good thing, because if you notice on the right hand corner there's the difficulty says very easy. We don't want that to get too high up by the time we get to the end of the game, because then you have to deal with C, which just took damage there from the Colossus. The Colossus spawns the stone golems, and he walks through terrain actually. So, anyways, I'm kind of finding it hard to focus on the game and talk at the same time, so forgive me if I'm not focused, but other than that, yeah, I'm trying to do things and I'm failing, which is basically the story of my life. In any case, but don't want to get caught on that. Yeah, the lights out ability does actually hold you still for while it's charging at you, so you don't want to be caught in a position where you can't get out of. How did that come out? Like, I just walked into... I don't have any of the damage abilities. Or the abilities that damage enemies just because they touch you. Oh, the red enemies do fire damage, like, they leave a trail of fire after them. The blue ones deal electricity damage. The yellow ones move faster and just deal more regular damage. Other than that, the green ones heal enemies that they're around. I haven't gotten the drum repair kit before. And yeah, I think there is like an orange enemy type that shoots missiles, but only at higher difficulty. Those guys only spawn at higher difficulty level. Like, as far as not like drizzle and rainfall, but like the time difficulty. These guys are children. So yes, you could say I'm the child killer, because there is like a bigger grown-up version of them called parents that are pretty, they're not difficult, they're just big. So yeah. Wow. Oop. Imps. These are the actual imps. Like they have a bit more health when they teleport, which is kind of cool because one of the bosses, the imp lord that you fight, one of the items that it drops actually spawns that you can use that actually like does everything the normal imps do, except they're on your side. So the Ancient Wisp is a pretty easy boss because it doesn't really do anything other than... yeah, you just have to jump when you see the purple, and that's apparent. You have to jump when you see the purple spark fire. Say as I do a terrible jump. not like it matters, even though I don't really have any those are greater wisps. They're not as powerful as the boss wisp, but they can still do some damage. And enemies drop extra gold. Okay. I don't know if that's insanely useful, but it will be. Or at least not right now, because we already have a ton of gold. I kind of wish I had a frost relic. That's probably one of my favorite items because it deals damage to enemies that are around you when you kill enemies. So let's go for the middle, and we get a mortar too. Let's see. Should we get another crowbar, a gasoline tank, or I think we'll get this because the monster tooth heals after kills, which is pretty useful. And the one that fires rockets after we kill enemies is actually doing quite a bit of work. Because it means that, wow, we got 2 gasolines from one thing. I don't know if gasoline is one of those items that actually does matter if it stacks, because there are items that logically only work once, but stuff like the light syringe, which basically makes you attack faster, obviously that stacks, but with the gasoline I'm not so sure. It might have a longer time that the fire on the ground stays or something, and this is probably my least favorite levels of all the level 3s. Let's see, is there anything up here? No. The main reason is, at this point I'm not really well equipped to deal with the clay men, which are basically little guys that move similarly to you, except they deal quite a lot of damage. Let's see. I can't get down there, so. Oh, wait, no, I can. I think I will open this chest here. Oh, that's the clay guy. Or the clay guy. And now we get more gold. And we get another rusty blade. Oh, wait, no, we didn't have one before. That was the previous run in which we died horribly. See, as soon as it hits 10 minutes, I think it will change to the easy difficulty, where enemies will spawn slightly more often. There will be more of them. Well, obviously, oh no, it was just 9 minutes. But yeah, the higher the difficulty goes, obviously the more difficult the game will be. So we want to get through the game as quick as possible. And those guys are little robots that fire some sort of energy beam. So yeah, and you'll see why they don't deal that much damage on their own, but they usually spawn in huge groups. Obviously, if you stand in their way, they're going to deal some damage, but that's besides the point. And it's kind of difficult to... I think I will save that just because, yeah, in case there's items that I can get. I think I have to jump up here to get this. Ooh, plasma chain. Oh, ow. Now I have to climb all the way back up to the goal. See, as you saw, the lights out actually, when I used it, it reset the timer, so that is the intended purpose of it. Oh god, these awful guys can be dangerous. I'm just going to ignore him for now, because hopefully I can actually activate the the goal this time. Not just pretend I will. Ow, ow, ow. And it's a Colossus, so probably spawned way down. Okay. Maybe I should try to not confine myself to small places. Okay. You know, this isn't working out. The talking and playing at the same time thing isn't working out so well. So, anyways, to sum things up, I want to continue with the channel, but for now, I am tentatively back, and I will attempt to get some more Monster Hunter out, because I know that was the series I was working on, and it's still possible for me to record, unlike Magic Island, where the world was pretty much pointless to play because I got so overpowered. Ooh, I've never seen them actually, the animation on the, I wonder if there's anything that actually does, or if it's just a visual thing. Anyways, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode, as pointless as it is, and I will see everybody next time. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. At this point, I would like to get back into the game, and anything to give me a small boost would help. Thank you, and have a good day.